The United States talks with the Taliban on peace in Afghanistan is rapidly occurring, both by Washington and also by Moscow, the simultaneous approach. But the question here is that, is peace possible in Afghanistan?
The American military engagement in combat has been on decline for quite some time. Unfortunately, in my view, that engagement, that disengagement of the American military role in Afghanistan took place on a pace that was too rapid, too accelerated, which then required a rethinking on the part of President Obama towards the end of his administration, and a decision by him, the correct decision, I believe, not to withdraw American forces and to leave the question of what to do about Afghanistan up to his successor. We've seen reports in the press that there may be a further withdrawal, whether it's a couple thousand or 7,000. Eventually doesn't really matter. What is absolutely crucial, though, is that the military capabilities that need to be performed are performed, whether by Afghans or by American military, or by the militaries of our many partners, which we always need to keep in mind, our many partners who are engaged with us on the ground in Afghanistan.
First is, what means the withdrawal of U.S. forces? What does it mean? There's a lot of uncertainty about it in the region. Taliban already thought that, thinks that they have won the war. And also their supporters in Pakistan, they thought Pakistan was right all along. But inside Afghanistan, they think that only withdrawal cannot peace to Afghanistan. Is this withdrawal a condition for peace, or does it end the peace? Does withdrawal define the peace, or peace defines the withdrawal? Any peace agreement, any peace settlement can happen when there is inclusiveness there. And inclusiveness enough inside Afghanistan, outside Afghanistan, in the region and beyond. No peace can be established unless it is legitimate, it is inclusive, it is sustainable.
There are some basic reasons for cautious optimism about a peace process. First of all, as Ambassador Jalali indicated, it is militarily in Afghanistan, there is currently a declining stalemate. None of the parties to the conflict, the principal parties to the conflict, that is to say the Afghan government, the US government, the Taliban, believe that they can attain military victory. My own view on this is that any troop withdrawal will have to be conditions-based and will have to be phased in order to allow for the kind of verification of Taliban guarantees on security that are necessary.
I would not rule out at the end of the day, because the Afghan government, people, the international community, and the Taliban have a joint objective in seeing that Afghanistan is not used as a base for international terrorism. The Taliban have no fondness for ISIS or Al-Qaeda or the other international terror groups. Indeed, quite a bit of animosity. So there's a shared objective there. The question at the end of the day will be, how do we achieve that shared objective?
The major fear of Afghans is this, that this peace is an exit strategy for the United States. The United States wants to get out of this war and wants some kind of a peace that will survive sustain only for a short time, and then the situation will deteriorate. That's the concern of Afghans mostly. Eventually, the peace will come from Afghanistan, among Afghans. The key is in Kabul, not in Islamabad. The key is in Kabul, not in Washington. And they have to get their acts together. If they do their acts together, then other things will fall in place.
There is a consensus on the part of most Afghans about the kind of country that they want. And it's not the Taliban vision for Afghanistan. And that's what will have to be reconciled.